So this part of question has to do with formulas that has to do with the indices. And this is actually a pretty important topic that will go with us further to the leaving cert. So let's see the value, find the value of m, and where is m? That's where is m. Okay, so what is that? That is a power, isn't it? Because b, that is the base, is taken to the power of m. So that's what I'm looking for, so that the following is true. Okay, so how do we solve that part? Now, first of all, I want to have that bm on its own, so that on the other side, I can have b, and then here where I have a power, if I can have a specific number, then I can tell them since b is b, therefore m is that number. So that means first moving those values to the other side of the equation, and then second, dealing with all the b's to becoming 1b. Okay, so we can do that. Or we can do it differently. We can have here on this side of the equation b taken to power, and then b taken to power on the other side. And since base is the same, I can equal power to power and therefore find my value of m. Whichever way we want to go, it will work for us. But okay, let's start working with our numbers. So how do we change that? So first of all, I'm saying, okay, look at that here. I have two b's that are taking two different power, and I'm saying, well, can these two b's become just one b, so that I can get to the place either here or here, it doesn't matter, it's about having one b. So how do? We go to the table and we get our formulas. So let's just get our formulas from the table. And basically the way these formulas work is that we look at them and we look at the situation that is presented to us, and we are saying, do I have this type of situation in my formulas? Can I write it in a different manner? Those formulas are basically for replacement. I can replace the way something is written. So this is about what? Multiplication, isn't it? I have b to power multiplied by b to power. And actually our first formula, I know they don't have multiplication sign, but that's exactly what it is. The difference is that my a is not a, or my p is not p. Now, one of the ways we can look at it, so let's write this formula, ap, that is multiplied by aq, that equal ap plus q. So that is the formula. Now I'm saying, okay, but this I'm applying it here. What's my situation? What are my letters, my numbers? So we can see we don't have a, we have b, isn't it? So let's replace a everywhere with b. So if I remove these three a's and put b, because that's what I have, okay, that's the first change. Then the next change is about powers. In the formula, the first power is p, but I have, my first power is m. So that means instead of p, I'm going to have m here, and I'm going to have m here. So again, what do? I just remove that p and put in that place m. And then the next one, q. They have q, and my second power is minus 2. So we're going to replace q here and q here with minus 2. So if we're going, excuse me, minus 2. Okay, so that means that those two b's together can be written as 1b. So b m minus 2. Now, let's not forget it's still divided by b, and then I have b to the power of 10 on the other side. Okay, so I am getting there. I am eliminating number of b's for b to be on its own. Now I'm saying, okay, can I deal with this part of the equation? I have b on top, b on the bottom. Can they become just 1b? So what am I looking for? Formula that has to do with fraction. So again, in our table, we have one formula here that has to do with fraction. But yes, we have here another one. And let's see, here we have one more. So which of those three formulas I'm going to use? The one that is reflective of my situation. Straight away, I can see that's not my situation because I don't have one on top. So I'm not considering this formula. When it comes to this formula here, what I have, number that is taken to power, A and B. Two different numbers because they are represented by two different letters. Again, that's not my situation because I have B and B, the same. Okay, so that leaves me only with the first option. So again, let's write out formula here and let's replace with letters and numbers from our specific question. Okay, so like we already identified, we don't have A, we have B. So I'm going to replace A with B. And then we put B and B and B. And then again, my first power, the one on top, is m minus 2. So my P in my question is m minus 2, and I'm going to replace that as well with m minus 2. So we remove P, and we're going to put m minus 2. That means here I have m minus 2. Now, at the bottom, I don't have power. When we don't have power, what do we have? It's power of 1, isn't it? I know it's not obvious, but that's what we have. So that means that my Q here changes to 1. So instead of having a fraction, now I can write that. So I have b to the power of 10, not 10, my apologies, m minus 2 minus 1. So together that is minus 3, isn't it? So b to the power of m minus 3. And then on the other side, I'm not forgetting I have b to the power of 10. Okay, perfect. So look at that. I've arrived at that situation. So we are saying that this power can equal this power because it's the same b at the bottom. So that means m minus 3 is the same as 10. Now, what are we looking for? Value of m. So we move that 3 to the other side. Therefore, change the sign from negative to positive. Therefore, my value of m is 13. So yes, we did find the value of m. Now, very important thing, really, this understanding of these formulas and how to use them. Like I said in the beginning, I stress it again, very important. It will go with us forward to the leaving cert. So we really have to get the idea how they are working.